welcome, welcome. Hey, friends, this is Tywauna, Coach T. Wilson, and I want to welcome you to another episode of Leadership Tidbits with Coach T. Wilson. I am your host and leadership mentor, and I'm excited to be here with you another day. And I have another amazing mentor. So, here's the thing, our mentor is coming to us all the way from Ghana. And so we were having a little bit of technical difficulty. So we're going to see if we are able to get our mentor on and share with us. So definitely bear with us as we are trying to stream and bring you this mentor from all away across the globe, at least across the globe from where I am here in Cincinnati, Ohio. As you know, it's Tuesday, which means another episode of Elaborate Topics dropped today. So if you're trying to have more happiness in your workplace, you got to check out this week's episode led by co-host Lona Small. You can catch it on directimpactbroadcasting.com or your favorite podcast platform. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you share it out and then come back and let us know your thoughts from the show. So, without further ado, come in. Let me know where you're coming in from so that I can welcome you in properly. Share this broadcast out. And I'm going to bring on our mentor because I am super excited. And I'm hoping that the powers that be keeps things working out so that you're able to see this awesome, awesome mentor. Bright, hello, hello. How are you?
Yeah, yeah, good. See, I hope you can hear me now.
I can hear you a little better than before. So we're off to a good start. Well, I'm super excited to have you on, Bright, to share with the audience. I know you have some great tips for them. And if for some reason you get cut off, then jump back in and I will definitely continue where you left off. Because the topic that you're going to talk about, I think, is one that's really deserving to be talked about, talking about having that heart of service. But before I get into the talk and let you go on, I want to read a little bit about you so that people can know who you are. So, Bright sees a generation inspired by true leaders and coaches who would guide them to walk out their full potential in the way God has laid before them. His mission in life is to help young adults to identify and function in their purpose. He believes it's time for the leaders across different industries to join hands to raise the next generation of leaders and entrepreneurs. Bright is a core coach at Legacy Pioneers Coaching and the co founder of BB Medical Service Enterprise. He has found that your journey to fulfilling your purpose in life, there is someone to lead you through each and every season. So, Bright, that is awesome. I love what you are doing and I love your mission and your businesses that you're running. So jump right in and tell the viewers and listeners a little bit about yourself, and then I'll let you take it away talking about a heart of service.
Okay, just like T said, I'm from Accra, Ghana, and I'm married with three kids, their boys. I love being around children, and I love being around the younger generation, just like myself. And that has been my passion for the past 25 years. For the past 25 years, and many have come across my way who were actually leaders that has transformed my life. So today I'm going to share some few tips to help us as leaders and young adults like myself grow to be great leaders.
Awesome. Well, I love it. And you said you've been doing this for the past 25 years. So I know that you got a lot of good information to share. So we could jump right into those tips that you have. So, Bright, I'll let you take it away if you can still hear me.
Yeah.
Bright, are you able to still hear me? Are you still connected? Because I can see you, but it
Yes.
can't hear you.
Yeah. On the heart that we share the yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll let you go ahead and take it
Yeah.
away.
That's your key breakthrough in your life.
And it's kind of going in and out. So you froze up a little bit there. So if you are listening or watching live, make sure that you go and let us know where you're coming in from. Our mentor tonight is coming to us from Ghana. And so there could be some connection issues that is happening. So wanted to make sure that you are aware of that. And so our mentor might be in and out. And so his thing is he was talking about having a heart of service. And it makes me think too of, that whole giving back and being able to leverage opportunities, because that's what he was going to talk about today. He was going to talk about having a heart of service and how service or volunteer can bring opportunities or breakthroughs in your life.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. And so I was just giving a high level of what you were going to, or what you're talking about tonight, which is around having that heart of service and how volunteering can open up opportunities and or breakthroughs in your life.
Yeah. That's voluntary service and being willing, to be willing to serve freely, to be willing to serve freely, and um, it actually comes with a cost. It comes with a cost. Being willing to serve freely will come with a cost, and you should be intentional. You should be intentional in having your goals clearly cut up front. You should get in, and it is very important that when you set up your mind that you want to achieve something in life, you would have to pay a price. You would have to pay a price. And in fact, that has been a help on my side that I needed to pay a price in order to be where I am today. Unfortunately, I'm struggling to share the slides. Struggling to share the slides here, but okay. So, voluntary service, you should be willing to give out the service without expecting anything back. You should have that free heart to serve and don't have any intention of receiving something immediately, whether monetary or any material gifts or anything, you should be intentional. You should be intentional about your voluntary service you offer to others. Then also, you should know your creator. You should know your creator. And what I mean by knowing your creator is that you should understand that life you have today didn't just come out of nothing. It actually existed because there's a supreme force that is God Almighty, the Creator, that is giving you the ability to serve. So all my life, I've made that conscious effort to understand that it is God that sustains life and gives you the ability to create. So you should know your Creator as you serve voluntarily. You should lay that foundation of knowing your Creator. Then also you should know who you are. You should know who you are. And what I mean by you should know who you are is that you should know your potential, where you are good at, where you are not good at, where you are capable of bringing a change in the life of someone. You should be able to do that. And then you should try hard and make sure you don't try to be like someone else because you are unique. You are so special, and no one else is like you. So, to give out a voluntary service, being willing to give out, being intentional about your step of giving out a voluntary service, you should know your creator, you should know who you are. Then the next point of giving out a voluntary service is to seek God's guidance. Seek God's guidance. You should seek God's guidance. It is very important that you should know the manufacturer. You being a product, you should know your manufacturer's plan for your life and his will for your life. You should know his guidance. You should know what he has made you for. So seeking God, meaning having special time with him, seeking to know him through his word. Yes, I know there are various uh, uh, religions all over the world, but as a person of faith, I believe that seeking God, especially through his word, the Bible, makes me know what to do in the next step, and he gives me direction and guides me on what to do and what not to do. And the next point, in order to give out voluntary service, is you should you should you should not prejudge others. You should avoid prejudging others. You should avoid prejudging others. And what I mean by prejudging others is that, in fact, in my life, I've come across so many people that should I have had a thought about saying this person isn't a Christian, this person isn't of the household of faith, or this person isn't like me, isn't like this, doesn't flow with the way I live. Should I have thought that way, I wouldn't have learnt a lot of things from many people. So we shouldn't just look at people and prejudge them that they are not capable of leading you to your purpose. So serving voluntarily, you should have all these things in mind. God's guidance or leads you to people that you may think that are not deserving. Later you would understand that they are actually tools that God has laid down to help you. I've served many people like Dr. John C. Maxwell when he came to Accra, Ghana to host the transformation program in 2019, 19th of June. And actually, it was through my voluntary service that I met him that day through uh, William Amponsa. And Mark Cole was with him. Mark Cole was with him. And that day I actually had to carry his luggage myself to the airport. And I actually didn't know what I was doing that much. But I've realized that it has helped me come to a level this far. Service has really opened many, many doors, voluntary service. All those times because I decided to give out free service willingly, and I never received salary. I had families to take care of, but it really helped me get to where I am today. So later on, I also served Paul Martinelli in the team, I mean the Empowered Living community, as an ambassador. And I served as an MC, a show host. I did all that, and it really gave me experience. It really gave me experience. And as I said earlier on, I serve as children's teacher, and I've served my mentor, Reverend Samson Dokno, for the past 25 years. For the past 25 years. And he is a missionary. He is a missionary in Accra, Ghana. He moves all over the country, moves across the West African countries, serving missionaries and proclaiming the gospel. And this man has really turned my life around. And I believe that many young ones' potentials would have been transferred, would have gotten to a level that will bring transformation in their life should they have had the heart of service. Should they have had the heart of service, willingly serving purpose, willingly serving intentionally. So I believe that the young adults today, like myself, would be able to develop him or herself if they're able to have the heart of service. And then the next point I would like to end with is you should have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. As a person of faith, I would say that Jesus, gave, he was the best person to give a voluntary service. He willingly gave his life. And that's what I would say, that it is the best service he ever gave. And I believe that he gave that service for humanity, that lives will be transformed, hearts will be transformed. So voluntary service would actually open opportunities, make, make room for you wherever you go. It has. And I believe when you take the step of having that service, that heart of service, it will transform your life.
That's awesome. And I think you, Bright, you are absolutely right. Having that heart of service, that willingness to serve will open up many doors for you. I know for me, starting off on my journey, it's because of having that heart of service. It was because of volunteering my time, my treasure. It was because of those things that opened up many other doors for me. So I absolutely agree that, having that heart of service without expecting anything in return, and being intentional about that. So I like that you mentioned that as well. And know who you are, know your own potential and what you are good at. So yes, you everybody else is already taken, so you might as well be the best you that you can be, and not trying to be anybody else. And if you believe in God, seek God's guidance or whomever that you might believe in for what you are here for, understanding your purpose. What does that look like for you? And not prejudging others. I think that's key as well, because sometimes it's easy to look at other people and make judgments on them, but focusing on the things that we're here for in our own purpose and our own uh, walk in our own journey. It's interesting that Bright mentioned It's interesting that Bright mentioned that he met John Maxwell not too long ago, and Mark Cole. And interestingly enough, here in another 2 weeks, I'll be going to the Maxwell Leadership Conference. I usually go once a year, but I'll go here in 2 weeks in Orlando and get to meet people like yourself, Bright, from all over the world, and those that are here in the States as well. But for a conference to be able to soak up some of the knowledge that John and Mark Cole and Valerie Burton and the rest of the mentors will give. And it's just a great time for me to see some of my fellow leaders and friends that live near and far. So I think that was great that you mentioned that they were doing a transformation event in Ghana, and you were at the right place. Sounds like you were at the right place at the right time, willing to serve and carry some bags to be in the room. And sometimes that's all it takes, is willing to carry a bag to get into the room. Yeah, so I thought that was great. So you got to meet John Maxwell, Paul Martinelli. So you part of the empowered living community. So yeah, yeah, I knew that you were going to be somebody awesome at the same communities that I am associated with.
Yeah, that's Cedric. Cedric Leclerc. Cedric is friend is, and he's been a great friend. I know you know Cedric.
Yes, I absolutely know Cedric. He is one of my mentors, and I learned a lot from him. So I'm very fortunate and blessed to have him in my on my path for sure. So that's awesome. So tell the viewers a little bit about your work. So I know that you want to impact the young people and bring up the next generation of leaders. Tell the viewers a little bit more about that work and how you coach them and train them and lead them.
Yes. Um, Currently, I'm going to CMI course that's children here, here in Accra, Ghana. Pretty much
Uh-oh.
course
Look like we sound like we lost you.
doing
Oh, sounds like we lost you, Bright. So I know Bright was in the process of sharing with us a little bit about his work. And if you are not familiar with him, he is on Facebook and he does trainings and teachings on Facebook. Nope. So let's see. Yep. Go ahead. Uh-oh. I think we lost you, Bright. And with technology viewers, as you know, technology, sometimes it doesn't let us be great. So sometimes it will cut the connection.
Yes, all was to help me at least young as well.
So, so what we'll do, because we're getting several connection issues, what we'll do so that you all can hear Bright and all of the great information that he has, we will record this. So we'll find some time and we will record it and then we will stream it or play it for you all. So that way you can get all of the great nuggets that he has, but unfortunately, just due to technology, it's just not working well tonight. And I know that sometimes, depending on where you are, because I had a mentee that was in South Africa, and during certain parts of the day, sometimes there are electrical down times, and so sometimes there are some connection issues, and you just have to adjust and work around those things. So what we'll do is we will record and find another time so that we can have Bright on and you can get the information that he has because he has a lot of great information. He's doing some great things over in Ghana in his work and leadership in the medical supply business. And I think it's important to hear from different people. So I think it's important for you to hear some of these different tools and tips that people are doing and implementing in their lives, wherever, whatever part of the world that they might be in. So that is really what we had for today. Like I said, Bright was talking about having a heart of service and making sure that you use that volunteer time to be able to open up some doors for you. Just like he mentioned, he happened to be at the right place and he was willing to serve when John Maxwell and team were there doing a leadership transformation event. And so he was able to get all of that information and knowledge because of his willingness to serve and to give freely without expecting anything in return. And whether it's in your life, whether it's in your business, whether it's in your personal life, having that heart to serve and give willingly will take you far in life. And so that's where it usually starts. I know for me, that's where it started. Opportunities didn't come my way until I had a heart of service, until I started giving back to others, until I started giving of my time, giving of my talent. And that's when doors began to open up in my personal life, in my professional life. And so, if you are out there and you are thinking, how do I get started? How do I move to the next level in my career? How do I move to the next level, even in my personal life? Start by taking an assessment and look, is there ways that you can be of service? Because we all have talents, we all have gifts that we can and should be using, not just for our own benefit, but for of the benefit of others. And I know I made a post about this just today of a willingness to serve. And I was able to go and teach and speak to fellow medical laboratory professionals because of my willingness to serve and help others. So I know the advances in technology that I'm afforded to here, being a medical laboratory professional, and to be able to go and give insight to fellow scientists who want to improve their particular laboratories, who want to improve the life of their patients. It was an opportunity that I will never forget. I mean, just the gratitude of the scientists just to be able to get information and knowledge so that they can go forth to their own laboratories and make things better. Is one of those things of giving freely that Bright talked about. And so I'm sure that you have some of those experiences and opportunities that have come your way that because you volunteered before you spent some time with a child that maybe needed your assistance, because you gave back to a woman or family in need, because you did whatever you did. I'm sure somebody's life is more impactful because of that. And so those are things that I challenge you to remember, especially in the hustle and bustle of life when things can get complicated and it's go, go, go. Don't forget to give, give, give in that process as well. So that's what I have for you for today. I'll be back next week, same time, same channel, with another amazing mentor. And again, share the broadcast out. Make sure that you invite others to our learning laboratory so that they can get some of these tips and tools that they can use to benefit their personal and professional life. So until next time, my friends, I hope you have an amazing, amazing week.